Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Rejuvenation. Hope everybody is staying happy, healthy, and safe. On the last part, we dealt with a very lengthy side quest that dealt with this Gumi that was dressed up as Link, and he wanted to be the hero of his village, Gumidra. And we helped him do that. On this part, hopefully we're going to help our friends, and we're going to progress through Zone 0, and get some things done. Story-wise, at least. However, before we even do this, I have one little deviation that I have to make. We're going to be going back to Terrajuma. So, weird thought, but here on Terrajuma, there's something that we can grab that I didn't grab earlier, which was a total derp moment for me. Somebody reminded me of this in the comments of the last video, and I just was like, oh my god. I just kind of wanted to slap myself. So here on Terrajuma, if we go to the research center right over here and talk to this guy who is a ranger, he'll ask us if we know about Castform. And he'll ask us if we agree that the Pokemon is exceptionally weak. What's a Castform? Exactly! And you do agree! Well, what if I said I had a way to make Castform more useful? Okay, I'm listening. Castform is known for its ability to easily manipulate the weather. We can increase this capability tenfold. Maybe. And so he's going to want the rain dance, the hail, and the sunny day TMs. So if we show them to him, he will give us the crest. For Castform. It's such an easy, out-of-the-way little quest that you can complete. The Hail TM is from the story, actually. As soon as you deal with Angie, you get it immediately. Sunny Day is found in the Botanical Gardens, which are all the way back in Grand Dream City. So, if you're currently stuck in Zone 0, then you can't do that. And finally, the Rain Dance TM is found by surfing to a random spot inside of the Darklight Woods, I think? Either way, we got the Castform Crest, and we're going to progress on back to Zone 0. So back here at Zone 0, we're going to be buying some Blast Powder. And you're gonna need at least a few. I probably didn't need to buy it, but it's whatever. This statue, it isn't an actual statue, is it? It's a person, just like those people in Grand Dream City. Nastasia said that there'll be a lot more than just this person. It's probably best to just ignore them for now. It's a long shot, but maybe Audino's healing when she's at her peak will be able to do something. A long shot for sure, but go ahead. Couldn't hurt to try. Audino, do your thing. Full blast. I thought that maybe that might have worked. It was a good idea. It's just not that simple, I guess. Yeah, I guess you're right. Come on, we gotta find that rift. I was really hoping that would work, because if it did... Yeah, I don't need to really finish that for her, do I? She was hoping that if that worked, maybe she could use it on people like Venom. Anyways, we want to take a quick break right here at this PC Star. And we need to grab an electric Pokemon from our PC. I'm just going to grab Raichu right here. Actually, I might need Crawdaunt, so Blaziken can go in the PC for a bit. And we're going to head on into this building right over here. Over here, we'll have to parkour a little bit, using somebody else's words, not mine. And we're going to want to make our way all the way over here. Aelita and I figured out that the doors in this building are magnetized. With the power being out, they should all open, but they don't. Maybe there's some failsafe or something. In any case, we need this generator to be online if we want to progress. If we had an electric-type Pokémon, that would be possible. I could theoretically just blast the doors open with my laser, but something tells me this building ain't too stable, you know? If you don't have anything like that, I think I saw some Heliolisk running around above ground. If you need to use a PC, there's a PC Star installed outside. So thankfully we thought ahead of time, and we can also grab the Zygarde Cell. Because if you didn't think ahead of time, you're going to have to make a couple trips. So we're going to select our Raichu right here and supply some power. Alright, nice going, Icy. That really did the trick. You go on ahead. I'll see if there's anything else I can do down here. And trust me, there is something else he can do down here. So anyways, we're going to be making our way all the way back. Over those gaps and back upstairs. Looks like the power is all up and running. That means we can open some of these doors now, right? This door isn't opening still. Whoa. The door opened. I didn't do that though. What's going on here? Is the power flickering? Ah, that's the transmitter. Rin must be calling us. Hello? Rin? Hey, Aelita. I see. Did you notice anything weird just now? Yeah, how'd you know? The doors up here keep opening and closing. Yeah. That was me. Turns out, the doors are completely borked and don't work the way they're supposed to. Shocker, I know. But I seem to get some sort of response by flickering the power down here. We can use this to our advantage. On the transmitter, there's a blue and a red button. This will flash the color of the button to everyone with a transmitter. Let's pretend that red is closed and blue is open. Okay? So, like this. Perfect. We'll use this system to progress. Aelita, mind going through the first door and telling me what you see? Sure, no problem. Okay, I went in. There's not much in here. Rin, did you just lock the door? No, the door locked itself. It did, and it won't open again. I think I'm stuck. Maybe not. Try looking around the room. Okay, well, like I said, there's nothing in here. But it looks like the walls collapsed a bit. I can see the other rooms from this one. Even the room with a door that won't open. Maybe I can squeeze through the gap in the wall if somebody can get rid of the rubble. That's a job for Icy then. Let's hurry this up, guys. Over. Defo. Let's get to work. Over. And this door will magically open for us. Very convenient. We can come over here and rock smash that rock, and then we can blast this rock open with blast powder. Thanks. I can always count on you to have my back, Icy. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here. I can see the basement through this gap. It's quite a drop. But I've been practicing my parkour skills while I was away. Just look at this. See? I told you I could do it. Don't worry. I'll go see what I can do from here. So we'll now be playing as Aelita for a short little bit. Interestingly enough, we can actually talk to ourselves, which is really, really weird. Don't worry. I'll take things from here, Icy. I can't stop laughing at this because it doesn't feel like something I would say. Please be careful. Don't do anything dumb. I'm waiting for you right here. Wow, okay. I promise I'll be just fine. Even Aelita's surprised. So anyways, we're going to parkour over this gap, and we're going to come all the way over here to collect this key. Hey, this looks like a key. Probably to that one door. Maybe we'll be able to go upstairs and exit through the hole in the wall now. Hey Icy, guess what I found? It's a key. This'll probably be useful. I hope. Go ahead and wait for me by that one locked door in the hallway. I'll be right there. So we are definitely going to leave this building and prepare for some battles. That means depositing that electric type that you took out of your PC earlier, because we don't really need it right now. So totally random thought, but remember to heal up your party if you need to. The Audino over here will actually heal your party for you. You probably haven't taken damage, but I realized that I was training up this Claydol in my party, which I'll talk about later. And it had no power points on its moves. Excuse me. Yes, knew it. Let's go in. Blade Star. Look who's creeping around. Sorry, but this is Blade Star territory. You'll all pay. Man, you don't just walk into someone's house and beat them up. Yeah, at least order some pizza before you beat us to a pulp. Maybe you should all order us pizza before you, I don't know, blow up our friends? She's got a point. Yeah, that was super effed up, man. Don't act like you guys didn't advocate for it. After all, you're part of Blade Star, yes? Yeah, but like, we didn't know that was going to happen. It sort of just happened, you know? You didn't know? The grunts didn't know about that? That means Flora mercilessly slaughtered her own teammates. Why are you still working for her after she's shown you all how disposable you are? Her methods are cruel, but you gotta admit, they have results. It's because of her that Cassandra's dead. And no Cassandra means no more holding us back. This is Blade Star's city now, and there's nothing you lot can do about it. Retreat. If what they said is true, that means Flora's worse than we thought. I'm just gonna go and open the gate. So, random thought, in case nobody noticed while battling that grunt, they had a shiny sock and Thor. And those shiny forms resembled Ernie and Bert from Sesame Street. Really, really weird, but really clever too. Anyways, we're gonna make our way all the way up here. We might have to battle a few grunts, and we're gonna talk to Aelita. Just leave this to me. And again, we'll be controlling Aelita for the second time, and doing a bit of parkour. So at this point, there's no way I have enough space to jump over to the next room. Hey Icy, can you hear me? There's a smashable rock that's going to make it impossible for me to make any longer jumps. Could you go through the second door and clear the way for me? Thanks. So you could have actually cleared this out beforehand, but then you wouldn't get that pretty neat dialogue scene. And we actually want to jump over here. I think that might confuse a lot of people, because it looks like it's such a simple jump right here, but it's not. I don't have blast powder. Icy might be able to take care of this. If only I could get Icy over here somehow. So we want to come to this bookcase and knock it over. Icy, I found a way to make a bridge over one of the gaps. I need your help once again. Could you come through the third door? Over. And of course we can. Last jump. And we'll finally jump our way all the way over here and get that door open. Looks like I opened the gate. I'm gonna go on ahead. Of course you will. Of course you will. So on to the final floor. This time we want to move into this room and we'll have this angsty grunt. Man, you guys just don't know when to quit. I bet you're that person at the party who just won't leave no matter how many times someone asks. You're that annoying child at daycare that's the last to leave. You're the child who just wants to be part of the group but no one wants you. You're just like me. I just want to be loved. Is that so hard to ask? I don't want to hear it. Whoa, what just happened? Icy, are you okay? I'm fine. Yeah, that's a relief. Maybe Rin messed with the power a little too much? Rin, can you hear me? What happened? Over. Rin? Something must have happened. Icy, I'll be right back. I have to go check on Rin. Once again, we'll be playing as Aelita, and we basically just want to head back down to the bottom floor. And we're gonna hear Rin basically getting beat up. Sounds great, doesn't it? Well, I doubt Rin agrees. But either way, eventually we'll make our way all the way over here for a great cutscene. No, did that hurt? I bet it did. It's what Team Zen scum like you deserve. Who are you? Leave Rin alone. Not another step, Grapehead. Grapehead? Wait, you're... That's right. You mess with the gun, you get the bullet. Bang bang. And what gun are we talking about? It wouldn't refer to this Jigglypuff, right? Why? Think a Jigglypuff isn't strong enough? Tough Puff, did you hear that? Sick 'em. Alright, so we're going to be facing Risa Raider as Aelita, and she's got this Tough Puff. It's basically this really cursed Jigglypuff that looks like it's seen into your soul, or that it's seen things that it doesn't want to see, that it can't unsee. Tough Puff is holding the air balloon, has Poison Jab, Thunderbolt, Draco Meteor, and Flamethrower. So anyways, I'm just going to send out Cherim. I don't know what it's going to do, but I don't want to ditch Haluchi just yet. I'm not too familiar with the process for taking this thing out on anything besides Intense, because I'm pretty sure you can just do whatever on normal and easy mode. On Intense, I believe you have to like sack Cherim, you have to explode on it with Golem or something, which is what we're about to do. Anyways, I think it's commonly theorized that this thing is a Noggin No. Has all the same learnable moves. And we actually just won't hit it with explosion, but that's fine. What? Not my Tough Puff. Anything but that. That Jigglypuff is not normal. Oh man, my poor Tough Puff. Deflated. Alright, you did your best. Return, Tough Puff. If you think I'm done, you've gotta... Hey, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, aren't you that girl? What was her name again? Aelita? Yeah, that's right. Aelita. The girl who just won her round at the tournament. Tournament? I wasn't at the tournament. Yes you were. I was watching the whole match. And then shortly after your match, Venom appeared and did hers. Venom? That's definitely not possible. Yeah, she was turned to stone, right? But there she was, ready to perform. She looked like Venom, but she sure didn't act like her. Anyway, what are you doing here? I should be asking you the same question. Me? In general, I just like to cause Team Zen pain. But this time, it's personal. You see, they kidnapped my friends. Ordea, Huey, Icy, and another girl I've never seen before. They all boarded this Zen ship after Bladestar's attack, and swoosh. I tailed them, and now I'm here. They weren't kidnapped. We're working with Team Zen. Temporarily. I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Did you say you guys are working with Team Zen? And you better give a damn good reason, or else. It's because our friends are in trouble, and they're offering us help if we cooperate. We need to reach the Spring of Rejuvenation before they succumb to their wounds. Which reminds me, that person you just beat up, that's my friend. This guy? You trust this guy? Honey, you could do so much better. Teaming up with Team Zen? Tragic. I'm not gonna hold it against you. Yet. But you do you. But I will say this. If I see you guys doing anything I don't like, it's game over. For you. I don't remember asking for your approval. Of course you didn't. I'm giving it to you anyway. And you better cherish it. It's a popular item. Rin, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. That girl hits like a truck, though. Never expected someone like her to be so savage. It sucks, but we gotta go. We found the exit. We kinda just need the power back on. The machine works fine. I just switched it off, so that Risa wouldn't destroy it. Okay, let's go get Audino and group back up with Icy. Gee, would you look at that? The light's back on. Time to scram. So now that we have control of our own character again, we're just gonna go ahead and leave the building. And if we make our way all the way over here, you'll notice that this pathway is a bit blocked off. So we'll be going there later. Instead, we're going to enter this building and our friend should catch up to us. Hey, wait for us. Sorry about lagging behind. Aelita and I sorta got caught up with, Risa Raider? Yeah. Wait, how'd you know that? She did run out of the building like a madwoman. Maybe Icy ran into her or something. It doesn't matter. We've already wasted so much time there. Let's just keep... "19 hours remaining." Hey, are you two okay? Nothing broken, right? I'm fine. I don't really... well, breaking a bone or something isn't really an issue. Oh, right. Artificial body. I forgot. Anyway, anyone know where we ended up? I don't think we ended up where the rift is. That's for sure. Another detour isn't good. We should make a move immediately. Yeah, and of course, this is a group effort. If anyone needs help, just use the transmitters. Gotcha. Let's move, gang. So we can now press A to switch to Rin, Aelita, back to our own character. Audino over here will heal us, and we're going to be switching between characters quite a bit. So first stop is taking out this Bladestar Grunt. Immediately after we take care of this grunt, it's going to be time to switch. I'm going to start by switching to Aelita over here. And she's going to come over here and knock out this boulder. Okay, I don't have him on with strength, but it's by the edge, right? Maybe I can get away with just a little push. There. Now Icy can cross safely now. There's also these markings on the ground where Aelita can actually jump. So you want to pay attention to those and jump on those. We're going to make our way all the way over to this spot, where she's going to admit that it's too much of a jump for even her, and that she might need Rin's help. Also, can we just mention that her golem on normal difficulty has strength? That bothers me so much. Anyways, with that, we're going to switch on over to Rin. So Rin starts over here. He's got some of the coolest animations right here. Over on these spots, or markings on the ground, meaning that Rin can actually fly on over. And his flying animation is really freaking cool. But anyways, with that, we're going to be flying all the way over here until we reach this point, and we're going to help Aelita out. Looks like you can use some help. Would be very much appreciated. Alright, gonna give you a boost. Get ready. And that was pretty neat too. I give that landing a solid 8. Oh, what? Only an 8? I thought that landing was pretty good. At least a 9, you know? Oh well, I'll try harder next time. Let's make sure next time is after this whole mess. I'm sure the others would like to see your crazy acrobatic skills too. You're right. I'm fired up. Gotta keep moving. And with this, we're going to be switching back to Aelita. And this time we want to make our way all the way over here to the next boulder and drop that. And with this, we can finally switch back to our character, and we can take out those Bladestar Grunts and make our way to the finish line. After we take out this grunt, we can make our way all the way down over here and take out this one as well. If we take out that Bladestar Grunt, we can finally cross our way over to the finish line over here, and everybody will regroup. Alright! Good job, guys! Yeah, we do make a pretty good team. Now that that's over with, how much longer of this do you think we have to get through? This place can't be large at all. I'm sure we'll find an opening to the surface sooner or later. That and Bladestar is down here too, which means they had to have had a way to get here, right? Exactly. We follow Bladestar, we find the exit. Thanks, Audino. I really needed that. Yeah, you're doing an awesome job. Okay, gotta keep going. Right. Also, kind of weird that Rin can feel that. I mean, he's in a mechanical body. Well, we found them. More Blade Star creeps. We can take them. Definitely. I see. You're with me. Aelita, you take... I don't know about this anymore. Why are there so many Blade Star members here? I know they control the area, but I've never seen this many before. We were ordered to slow you all down. After all, we want what's inside of the Ecclesia Pyramid for ourselves. Blade Stars after the Pyramid too? But why? That doesn't concern us. All we know is that we're getting our hands on whatever's in there first. We already have a Blade Star admin on their way to the entrance as we speak. Soon, we'll get what's ours, and you'll be left with nothing. They're here to waste our time. We got no choice but to fight. Nah, just leave this to us. Rodea? Us too. Oh yeah, what a rush. Adam Might is here to save the day. Rena, Huey, Sharon, everyone, what are you doing here? Don't get the wrong idea. We're not here because we want to be. Speak for yourself, dipwad. I came here to help my friends and my brother out. We're here because Nastasia ordered us. You guys suddenly appeared off her radar, and she got worried about Rin. Seems like our boss has a soft spot for the emo kid. That's not fair at all. Indeed. We've worked for a long time, and still no promotion. Very depressing. Focus, people. We got a job to do. Yeah. Let's show these Blade Star idiots who they're dealing with. If you insist. But... we've got this, Rin. Your job is to find the dispensable rift, right? Dimensional. If you don't find that thing right away, it'll cause us more trouble. And I'm talking Aunt Rena's I can't find my meds. I'm going to pop everyone in this house trouble. You remember her 57th birthday party, right? We gotta go. Right now. Right now. Okay. Good luck, everyone. And thank you. First Uncle Leo, and now Aunt Rena? Our family is complicated. And with that, we're going to make our way all the way outside of these buildings. I'm a little worried about the others. Do you think they'll be okay down there? They'll be fine. I'm confident in their capabilities. And I feel especially safe knowing my sister's down there. She's a whole primate. Well, if you say so. Right, so what's the plan now? I was just looking at the map Nastasia gave me earlier. There aren't any more huge craters like this to block our way. So, now we have a wider range to cover. I know it's dangerous, but maybe we should split up. We'll cover more ground that way. Yeah, I was going to say the same. Plus, if we're in trouble, we can easily contact each other. Understood. With that taken care of, we can now do some exploring of our own. We actually want to make our way to the left really quickly and rock smash those rocks. They will stay permanently rock smashed, and we can now use those as shortcuts by pushing those strength boulders out of the way. There's also a Zygarde Cell down there. We also want to make our way all the way over here and grab the TM for Wild Charge. Not exactly the best electric type move, but it's something for your physical attackers. Over here we can actually find a rare candy, and if we make our way all the way down here, we'll find the Zone 0 key. Also, something to remember for later is that this door is locked, but it reads Lux Apartments. We're going to be doing something with that a little bit later. For now, we're just going to go ahead and take on this Bladestar Grunt. Alright, so after we take out that Grunt over there, we're free to move on and free to explore a little bit. Right over here is a Ultra Potion. You might want to grab that. You might need it. Strong emphasis on might. Over here we'll find Aelita wandering around. Apparently there's a gate blocking our way into the inner parts of the city. I'm gonna look around for a way to open it. And they most definitely will. Up over here we'll find the Razor Claw. Also, this city should probably seem pretty familiar to you. There's another annoying Grunt over here. If we take care of that Grunt, we're going to make our way into this building over here. It should seem familiar. I see. I know you've noticed this for a while, but you know where we are, right? Of course I know. This is Hiyoshi City. Yeah, exactly. It's where we just were, but, like, this place is in total ruins. A completely different atmosphere. Anyway, you saw that gate outside, right? We're gonna have to find a way past it without doing anything insane. I wish Nastasia would just let me blast it to pieces, but after I consulted her about it, she disabled them. Should've just done it without asking. That's what I get for being polite. Let's look around here and see what we can find. So after dealing with all that, we want to make our way to the PC, and we want to withdraw a electric type once again. So I'll just use Raichu right here. And from there, we want to head back here, downstairs, and into the generator room. And again, we're going to supply power using Raichu. That we're gonna head back upstairs, and you might notice that this is open now. Inside this room we're going to find an open file, and we're gonna check it out. So you got the power to come back on. Nice. Strangely enough, other doors won't open either, even with my manipulation. Except for this room. Huh? What's that? Mind if I take a quick look at it? This record belongs to Anathea. But wait a minute. Something's wrong here. There's info here that I don't really think is correct. I guess I've only really seen her spirit. I remember her having blonde hair. It says here that she was the mother of 4 children too. But that's weird. Anathea was desperate when it came to her daughter named Maria. But if she had more children, wouldn't she be worried about them too? Or maybe they're fine. That's why she didn't... Okay, I'm looking at it way too much. Hold on. I just got an idea. Why don't we just ask her? She's with you, right? Have you ever tried calling her? Well, let me try. Anathea, are you there? Well, that didn't work. You don't really have time to test this out either. Don't you find that kind of weird, though? Why would this file be singled out? And by the look of this place, it looks like someone was really eager to find it. Starting to suspect that someone's been here very recently. Anyway, I'm going to go check on Aelita. I think she told me she was going to check out the building just south of here. And you know what? I think we should check on Aelita too. But first off, we should probably put away Raichu. And honestly, I think Clefable might be a better option right here. I think we should be good. So we're going to check out the building south of here, and again, this should look really familiar. Nothing in here either. Guess I'll go check out some other area. Are you sure about that? Huh? What do you mean? It's a good thing Icy and I went on that little adventure. Check this out. This part of the wall looks weird, right? But what if we just went ahead and pushed against it? Just like this. Oh my gosh! A secret entrance! Nice going, Ren. You could have actually come here earlier, but you couldn't have done anything if you did come here earlier. I don't know what it is, but when I see this place, my chest gets this twisting feeling. It's the same feeling I got when Kenneth sacrificed himself for us back on Karatos. It's not a good feeling. I want to leave. Where did Rin go? And Rin likely went down here. Found exactly what we needed. Of course. It'd be in Mira's place, of all places. Alexandra told me in private that she used to visit Zone Zero often. She said she would purposely block sections off so that people wouldn't interfere with the area, particularly Bladestar. So I can only assume that Alexandra was the one who cleared out this place and placed the lever to the gate here. After all, she is a descendant of Namira. Okay, I'm hoping that opened up the way. Let's go check it out. Alright, let's follow his lead. Again, that is such a cool touch, and we're really starting to get to the point where we're understanding the story a little bit more than we did originally. At this point, we want to make sure that we go up to Adeno and heal up, and you want to reorder your party. A difficult battle is coming up. So I think I like this how it is. So now, time to talk about this Claydol. So, this Claydol was actually my random encounter in the Kieran and Karina part. And you can see I've EV trained it so it has most of its EVs in HP and defense, and I just didn't care where else they went. I've got Earth Power, Solar Beam, Hyper Beam, and Cosmic Power for moves. Claydol has this one really awful weakness even with its crest, which is the fact that it has no recovery moves. It doesn't have recover itself even. But with the Claydol crest here, Hyper Beam is going to be a 225 base power move that doesn't need a cooldown turn after. Solar Beam is going to be a 180 base power move that doesn't need a charge turn. And Earth Power is just Earth Power. It's stab, basically. You either want to run this or you want to run something like Psychic. I think you could also run Psybeam, but I think it's like the same base power. So there's really no difference. And again, the IVs are actually garbage. Look at the defense, look at the special attack, look at the speed. It doesn't matter, Claydol is going to kick ass and take names. Anyways, after you adjust your team, you want to save right here, then move on over. It's cutscene time. The gate's open. How much more do we have left to go? Let's see. According to the map, just have one small portion of the city left. And we should be closing in on the pyramid. Understood. Have any of you heard anything from Team B and C? Just tried contacting them. Haven't gotten a response. Shouldn't we turn back and help them? I want to make sure they're okay too, but we can't stop now. Remember our mission. Find and destroy the rift. I know. It still sucks. Yeah. This way then. This way. But first, ought to know, if you would. Always there to help. Thank you. Right, let's go. What the? Wowie. Your friends are back there? It must feel special. What's going on? You mean you don't recognize me? I guess that's understandable. How about this? Is this suitable enough for you, Aelita? Nim? Is that really you? Nim. That name, I don't use it anymore. The girl you knew as Nim, that was a lie. A lie? What are you talking about? Nim was the name I gave myself. It came to me the moment I was created. But after being on this journey, I learned something. Nim, I don't deserve to have that name. It's disgusting of me to even think that I could. I believe Lorna is a better name for someone like me. Am I missing something? Who is this girl? This was our friend Nim. I wasn't there when it happened, but Melia told me that Nim fell into Valor Mountain, but somehow she's still here. That was so long ago, I almost forgot that it even happened, is what I would like to say. But given the circumstances, I'm sure you'll understand why it's the opposite. Nim, is it true that you turned Venam to stone? Why would you do that to your friend? Friend? I don't even know her. And I turned her to stone because that's my purpose. Your purpose? You'd know yours too, if you didn't leave Crescent. How do you know about? Because I'm your replacement. I'm doing what you couldn't. And in return, I learned what I truly am. And I learned about how you all abandoned me. Abandoned you? When? Crescent showed me. She showed me what happened. I worked so hard to keep Gira and his crew at bay, but I couldn't help it anymore. And as a result, I used up all of my life force and turned into stone. But let me tell you something. When you turn to stone, your life doesn't end. You're stuck in an abyss that is your own mind. Alone. It's cold. No one can hear you. You can't see a thing. It's just your existence. Do you know how hopeful I was? I wished and wished for help, but no one came. Do you know how cold it was? How torturous it was? How agonizing it was? How lonely it was? I sacrificed myself because I loved you all. Nim, we didn't abandon you. Please believe us. I and many others worked so hard to save you. In the process, I almost lost my life. But if that's what it took to save you, then I was willing. But I'm mistaken. There was one person who actually cared about me. I see. Crescent showed me everything you've done for me. You're the only person I can trust. And therefore, I'll spare you such a horrible curse. Nim! Don't even try, Aelita. She's too deep within her own despair. She's not listening to a word we're saying. Okay, I get it. If she won't stop, then we have no choice. We'll take her down. I won't. I won't stop. I won't stop until each and every one of you feels what I felt. Protecting them is foolish. I'll do the same thing to you. I don't want to fight you, I see. But if you won't step down, you'll just have to share their fate. So this is going to be the Rogue Psychic Lorna Battle. Once again, we're going to be battling on the Psychic terrain that Lorna, or as I should say previously, Nim, used to battle on. And this is actually pretty good for Claydol. Cosmic Power is boosted on this field, which means I'm going to set up in 3 turns with Claydol. But let's not forget about Nim's team. Starting off with that Villion, it has the Focus Sash for an item, has Rage Powder, Psychic, Sleep Powder, and Bug Buzz for moves. Also has Friend Guard for an ability. Friend Guard basically minimizes the damage that her teammates will take. Aromatisse, on the other hand, has the Citrus Berry, has Trick Room, Reflect, Moonblast, and Light Screen, and it has Aroma Veil, which means that you can't taunt the Aromatisse, or Villion for that matter. You can't torment them, or pull any other shenanigans with them. I'm just going to Crab Hammer the Villion, get it down to its Sash. You'll notice that I am faster as Groudon, and that's not a good thing. The reason I was faster is because obviously she is running Trick Room. So she's going to set up Trick Room, which isn't at all bad for Claydol. I'm going to send out my Lilitails right here. I want to get that Hail up. Hail means that the Villion will die in the next turn. I'm going to set up Cosmic Power number 2 with Claydol, and we're going to go ahead and just Blizzard. Get some damage off if we can. So that is Cosmic Power number 2 for Claydol. We're going to be so bulky at this point. Villion is going to put my Lilitails to sleep. Completely fine. The Hail will kill Villion right there. And next up is going to be Crested Darmanitan, holding the Darmanitan crest obviously. Heat Wave, Psychic, Will-O-Wisp, and Focus Blast removes Zen mode for an ability, of course. Darmanitan crest just really doesn't work if you're not in Zen mode. Or I would actually assume so. I'm gonna go for Blizzard if I can get more damage off, but probably not. And then we'll get Heat Waved by that Darmanitan as we set up our final Cosmic Power. The Hail will do a bit more chip damage, and we can now put out our next Mon. I'm going to use Muck here. So Claydol is going to go for the Hyper Beam, and we're just going to annihilate this Darmanitan. And then Muck is going to go for the Gunk Shot. Aromatisse is going to start setting up screens, which is really annoying. And the Darmanitan is going to Will-O-Wisp me, which is completely fine. Claydol can basically one-shot anything right now. So next up is going to be the Fused Solrock Lunatone. So this thing has the Life Orb, it has Zen Headbutt, Rock Slide, Flare Blitz, and Trick Room. And I'm gonna go off on a limb here and assume that it's got Levitate, but I really don't know. I'm just gonna blast it with the Solar Beam and keep trying to Gunk Shot the Aromatisse. So far so good actually. So again, there's that one turn Solar Beam, and Solrock is gone. So I'll send out a Mungus right here. Mungus can take a lot of hits. So next up is going to be the Slowbro. Slowbro was holding the Magical Seed. It has own tempo for an ability which prevents it from being confused, which is kind of neat. Because typically the Magical Seed gives you a special attack and special defense boost, but it confuses you. Own tempo prevents that. It has Psyshock, Light Screen, Scald, and Flamethrower. I'm just going to annihilate this Slowbro, get it off of the face of this earth, and I'll go for a Clear Smog on the Aromatease. Amoonguss might be down though, unfortunately. And that's completely fine. They can also set up that light screen, but Claydol is using its special, or its defense as its special attack, and that's gonna hurt a lot. My final Pokemon here is my Clefable, and Clefable is bulky as heck. So I'll go for... yeah, actually I'll go for the Solar Beam, just to make sure I take it out. And I guess I'll just go for Cosmic Power and Clefable. And again, Clefable will just tank those really, really nicely. And then Claydol should get rid of the Slowbro. And the final Pokemon on Psychic Lorna's team is going to be Malamar here. Holding the Assault Vest, it has Super Power, Psycho Cut, Throat Chop, and Reversal. This thing is dangerous. Really, really dangerous for me, but I'm going to use the Hyper Beam and we're going to knock it out of here. Clefable is probably done, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Or maybe not. And again, you can see that the Malamar has Contrary for an ability. That superpower is boosting its stats. Shouldn't matter. A 225 base power Hyper Beam is going to knock it out, especially with the special attack boost that I've got going on. Next up is going to be the Aromatease, so I'm just going to Hyper Beam that and get that out of here. We're all good. So Claydol just swept this fight. I see. I don't understand it. Why do you side with them? Listen to us, Nim. I don't know what Crescent showed you, but she isn't to be trusted. There's a reason why I left her. Just let me explain. And how do I know you're the one to be trusted? How can I be sure that what you've experienced is what really happened? What did you just say? It's raining, storming even. Not that it matters. I couldn't even confirm with Crescent even if I wanted to. She's gone missing. I can't find her. She's missing? I can't think straight anymore. I can only hear their voices now. The ones of Hiyoshi City. The ones trapped in stone. Their force exists, but only slightly. But how they yearn for freedom. Oh, silly me. I can't let my emotions get to me anymore. Weird things start to happen when they do. I can't do that. I'll just get this over with before you make me cry more. What? Guys. You deserve this. Nim, stop. Sleep tight. What? That trick won't work on me. But why? Why didn't you? I think you'll find it difficult to turn an artificial body into stone. Artificial? That's right. Your tricks are powerless on me. Stand down and admit defeat, Nim. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. She's gone. I doubt she's gone far. I want to cling on to the hope that she may turn around, but we don't have much time left. We have to be getting closer to that rift. and I don't know, will heal us as they move on. Anyways, with that fight said and done, I think we're gonna end this video here for now. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed, hope it helps, and I will most definitely catch you all on the next one. Peace.